Every great business, every groundbreaking innovation, starts with identifying a real, tangible, everyday problem. These aren't abstract concepts. They're the little annoyances, the daily frustrations that people encounter without even realizing their potential for change. For Deepinder Goyal and Pankaj Chadha working at Bain & Company, that problem wasn't some grand global challenge. It was something far more immediate and relatable. Lunch. The simple act of getting food during the workday. Their colleagues were wasting valuable time each day sorting through stacks of paper menus, a chaotic mess of options and outdated information. Everyone was trying to decide what to order, a process that should have been quick and easy, but instead became a drawn-out, frustrating ordeal. It was undeniably inefficient, a productivity killer that chipped away at valuable work hours. This seemingly small inconvenience was costing the company time and money, but where there's waste, there's always opportunity. The key is recognizing it and having the vision to capitalize on it. They didn't initially dream of building a massive empire or disrupting an entire industry. They simply wanted to find a better, more streamlined way for themselves and their colleagues to order food. So, as a practical solution, they started scanning local restaurant menus one by one, painstakingly digitizing the information. Then they put all those menus online, creating a central hub accessible to everyone in their office. Suddenly, instead of sifting through piles of paper, everyone could easily see all the available options in one convenient place. It was a simple solution, incredibly effective, and instantly popular within the office. When you witness organic demand and enthusiastic adoption like that, you immediately know you've tapped into a real pain point, something that resonates with people on a fundamental level. This wasn't just about making food ordering easier, it was fundamentally about improving efficiency and saving valuable time. Their small internal project, initially called Foodiebay, was the very first seed of something much bigger than they could have imagined. Most people, content with solving their immediate problem, would have simply stopped there. But true entrepreneurs possess the ability to see the bigger picture, to recognize the wider implications of their solutions. They realized that this wasn't just a problem unique to their office. It was a challenge faced by every office, every home, and essentially every hungry person looking for a convenient meal. The core idea was inherently scalable, easily replicable and adaptable to any city, any market. That's the critical difference between a simple hobby and a potentially groundbreaking business. Asking the fundamental question, just how big can this truly get? In 2008, fueled by their vision and belief in their idea, they made the bold decision to quit their secure jobs and dedicate themselves fully to turning this simple solution into a thriving company. They recognized that the restaurant industry was largely stuck in the analog age, relying on outdated methods and lacking a strong digital presence. They understood that they weren't just building a simple website or an online menu platform. They were laying the foundation for a comprehensive digital infrastructure that could revolutionize an entire industry. They possessed the foresight to see the future of the restaurant industry and made the conscious decision to actively build it themselves. That's precisely the kind of bold, decisive move that has the power to change everything, to reshape industries and redefine possibilities. Ultimately, it's a bet on yourself, your abilities, and the unwavering belief in your vision for the future. And in the world of business, that unwavering belief in yourself is often the only bet that's truly worth making. Launching Zomato in 2008 was just the beginning, a spark of an idea in a world hungry for connection and convenience. It was more than just a website, it was the seed of a revolution in how people discover and experience food. A great idea is nothing without execution. It requires meticulous planning, relentless effort, and a team dedicated to bringing the vision to life. Strategy is the compass that guides the ship. They moved beyond scanned menus, those static images of culinary offerings, to create a structured, searchable restaurant database. This was the foundation upon which the entire Zomato empire would be built. This meant collecting names, addresses, hours, painstakingly gathering every detail that would make the platform comprehensive and user-friendly, and digitizing every menu item. Each dish, each price, carefully entered and categorized. It was tedious work, a labor of love fueled by the belief in the power of organized information. But it built a solid foundation. A foundation strong enough to support the weight of millions of users and countless restaurant listings. Next, they added user reviews and ratings, transforming the platform from a directory into a vibrant community. Suddenly, every user became a food critic, sharing their experiences and shaping the perception of restaurants. And the platform became a dynamic, community-driven guide, a place where people could connect over their shared love of food. The more reviews, the more useful Zomato became, a self-perpetuating cycle. Each review added to the collective knowledge, making the platform more valuable to everyone. This approach built trust, a bond between the platform and its users. People trust real reviews more than ads. Authenticity became the cornerstone of Zomato's success. Zomato became the objective source of truth for diners, a reliable guide in the often overwhelming world of culinary choices. Trust became their most valuable asset, more valuable than any marketing campaign or advertising budget. As the database and community grew, fueled by trust and a shared passion for food, Zomato became the go-to for restaurant discovery. The first place people turned when they were looking for a place to eat. It became a verb. Let's Zomato it. A testament to its ubiquity and usefulness. They built an indispensable product layer by layer, each feature carefully considered and seamlessly integrated. Starting with a simple problem, the frustration of finding reliable restaurant information, they executed flawlessly and added immense value. They solved a real problem for millions of people. That's not luck, that's strategy. A carefully crafted plan executed with precision and dedication. They weren't just a website anymore, they were an essential utility, as vital as electricity or running water for the modern diner. Systematic execution turned a small idea into a digital empire, a testament to the power of vision, hard work, and a relentless focus on the user. That's how you build a platform from the ground up, one brick at a time with a clear vision and unwavering commitment. It's a masterclass in product evolution, a shining example of how to transform a simple idea into a global phenomenon. The smartphone changed everything. Zomato saw that hunger strikes anywhere, anytime, not just at a desk. In 2011, they launched their mobile app. This wasn't just a smaller website, it was a reimagined experience. GPS found nearby restaurants, cameras uploaded food photos, and push notifications kept users engaged. Restaurant discovery became instant and contextual. The app made Zomato 10 times more useful. Mobile became their primary growth engine, accelerating the network effect. Users could review, snap photos, and check in on the go. The app became a habit, a companion for foodies. That's the holy grail, creating a behavior, not just a feature. This mobile-first strategy made Zomato incredibly sticky. Once you had the app, why use anything else? They weren't just following trends, they were setting them. In tech, if you're not ahead, you're obsolete. Winning in one market is good. Winning globally is legendary. After dominating India, Zomato set its sights abroad. Many fail here, assuming what works at home works everywhere. Zomato's approach, smart, aggressive, and methodical. They started in nearby markets like Dubai, sending small teams to build local databases from scratch. Feet on the street ensured quality before marketing. They earned each market, one restaurant at a time. Strategic acquisitions accelerated growth. Buying local leaders like Urban Spoon and Menu Mania, this gave them instant market share and local expertise. It was faster and more efficient than building from zero. Global expansion turned Zomato into a multinational powerhouse. They proved their model worked everywhere. Each new country brought more users, data, and revenue. They learned to adapt to different cultures and business environments. That's how you build a resilient, global enterprise. With a massive user base, the next step was monetization. Advertising is fine, but subscriptions are gold. In 2017, Zomato launched Zomato Gold, a paid program with exclusive deals. For users, it paid for itself in a few meals. For restaurants, it drove new customers and filled seats. For Zomato, it created high-margin recurring revenue. Gold locked users into the Zomato ecosystem. Subscribers always chose partner restaurants, deepening loyalty. Competitors couldn't easily replicate this network. Some restaurants pushed back on discounts, so Zomato adapted. The lesson: even great ideas need tweaking. But the core concept was revolutionary. Zomato Gold proved users would pay for premium value. It added a powerful, predictable revenue stream. Let's talk business. How does Zomato make money? It's a multi-layered model. First, advertising. Restaurants pay to be featured and run targeted ads. Second, food delivery commissions. Zomato takes a cut of every order. This required huge investment in logistics, but the volume is lucrative. Third, subscriptions. Zomato Pro and loyalty programs for users and restaurants. They also offer B2B services like Hyperpure for restaurant supplies. Monetizing both sides of the marketplace makes Zomato resilient. If one revenue stream dips, another can rise. Each part of the business supports the others. Discovery drives delivery, delivery generates data, subscriptions lock in loyalty. It's an integrated system built to dominate and generate cash. That's a fortress business model. Food delivery was Zomato's toughest evolution. Listing restaurants is easy, delivering food is a logistics war. Managing fleets, optimizing routes, handling complaints, it's brutal. The delivery wars with Swiggy and others burned cash fast. The goal: survive, outlast, and then profit. Zomato raised billions to fuel the fight. They invested in tech, algorithms for rider allocation, real-time tracking, demand forecasting. Every second saved mattered in this low-margin game. Operational efficiency was the only path to survival. The 2020 acquisition of Uber Eats India was pivotal, eliminating a major rival. The market matured, reckless spending slowed. Zomato emerged as a dominant player. It was a costly battle, but essential to win. Zomato is a classic two-sided marketplace. On one side, millions of hungry customers. On the other, hundreds of thousands of restaurants. Zomato bridges the gap, creating value for both. More customers attract more restaurants, and vice versa, the network effect. For customers, convenience, choice, transparency, and savings. Reviews and loyalty programs make dining better and cheaper. For restaurants, access to a massive audience and new revenue streams via delivery. Zomato provides data and analytics to help restaurants grow. They've embedded themselves into daily operations. Leaving the platform is hard for both sides. This deep integration is a sustainable advantage. It's not just about the app, it's about the network. Zomato is the essential utility connecting food supply and demand. What valuable lessons can entrepreneurs extract from Zomato's remarkable journey? It's a story of innovation, adaptation, and relentless focus on the customer. Let's delve into the key takeaways that can guide aspiring business leaders. First, find a real painful problem. Identify a genuine need in the market. Don't invent solutions for imaginary issues. Focus on addressing tangible frustrations that people experience daily. Goyle and Chadha started with messy paper menus, a common sight in the pre-digital age. A universal frustration for diners seeking information and restaurants struggling to update their offerings. The biggest fortunes often come from simple solutions to common problems. Addressing everyday pain points can unlock significant market opportunities. Second, never stop evolving. Embrace change and adapt to the ever-shifting landscape of the market. Zomato kept innovating, constantly refining its offerings and expanding its services. reviews, mobile, constantly listening to customer feedback and incorporating it into their platform, global subscriptions, expanding their reach and diversifying their revenue streams, delivery, venturing into new territories and offering end-to-end solutions. In business, if you're not growing, you're dying. Stagnation is a recipe for obsolescence. Disrupt yourself before someone else does. Proactively challenge your own assumptions and seek out new ways to improve. Third, relentlessly create value for users and partners. Focus on delivering exceptional experiences and building mutually beneficial relationships. Build trust, foster strong connections with your stakeholders. Offer convenience, make your services easily accessible and user-friendly. Deliver savings, provide tangible benefits that improve their bottom line. Drive business for partners, help them thrive and grow alongside you. When you create real value, people become your advocates. Satisfied customers are your best marketing asset. Finally, building a great company is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires sustained effort and unwavering commitment. It takes grit, the ability to persevere through challenges, resilience, the capacity to bounce back from setbacks, and relentless execution, turning vision into reality through consistent action. Zomato's story is one of hard work, dedication, and long hours. Tough decisions, navigating complex challenges and making difficult choices, and constant adaptation, remaining flexible and adjusting to market dynamics. There are no shortcuts to building a sustainable and successful business. Just thousands of smart decisions made with careful consideration and strategic foresight. If you solve a real problem and execute relentlessly, with passion and determination, the rewards can be spectacular, exceeding your wildest expectations.